We know it's been a while.
We've wanted to sit down and record videos for a while now, but there's a lot to unpack right now. This is going to be a very telling video for you all. It's been a long time coming, but it's necessary for us to get going again. We really want to.
We didn't want to stop recording videos and sharing our adventures around the world with you, but we kind of needed to, and we're going to tell you why. You deserve it before we go back into showing you our adventures. The first thing we wanted to talk to you about is taking a moment to recharge. Traveling full-time, non-stop for 4 years was really wearing us out.
It took a toll for sure.
We loved every moment of it,
We
don't get me
did.
wrong.
Yeah, we were in our element all of the time.
We have those
Enjoyed
memories
it.
and the videos, and we still look back on the videos and just reminisce every once in a while, or we'll stop and talk to somebody or each other about places we've been and things we've seen, and
Yeah.
it was amazing, and we want more. We want a lot more. We just needed some time to recharge. We are definitely not done yet, but one of the problems we ran into right towards the end towards our last video on our way back was how much debt we had incurred. We had so much debt that we were basically maxed out. We couldn't spend any more money on any of our credit cards or pull any more points up that we could use
Yeah.
to get home, except for just enough to get home. So we decided that what we wanted to do was get plane tickets home.
So we did have some points that we were planning to use to get us back to the States, and that was our guarantee to get back to America. They were actually stolen from us. Somebody hacked into my account, and I'm not going to say which airline account it was, but they hacked in, they used the points, and they were just gone. And those were our points we were saving up to get us back to America whenever we wanted to get there or needed to get there. So that kind of threw us into a place of we should probably go back now, because we didn't want to extend ourselves to the point where we couldn't even get back to America if we needed to. So that's what we decided to do, just head back to America. And that's when we actually started slowing down on making our videos. And rightly so, because employment kind of takes up your time.
On the note of points and rewards, we've tried to talk in the past about using points and rewards and using credit cards to save up points and rewards. And this is one of the benefits. You do get rewards of being able to use the points
Which is great.
to get a ticket home. We thought that was great. Unfortunately, they were stolen from us, and we were not able to get them, even though we filed
Yeah.
all the proper paperwork and did everything that we were supposed to do to get those points back. They didn't give them back to us. They
Yeah.
refused to work with us. So we won't be working with them. And it's disappointing. We do not discourage the use of points, but for any future video that we do talk about points, we will talk honestly about where we get the points, how we use them, who we get them through, and just steer away from anybody that we don't feel is a reliable source.
And don't get us wrong, we're not against points and using points at all. In fact, we really think it's a great program for people to use to get to different places and to do really great experiences. We've used it in the past, so yes, definitely use it, but go in with your eyes wide open, knowing that in today's world, those points can be stolen from you that quickly, just like that. They can be gone. So you can build up a whole bunch of points and have a plan and never be able to use them for that plan that you hope to. So just go in with your eyes open. It was a really rude wake-up call for us that points are never secure.
Also, on that note, keep your passwords secure. One of the other reasons that we stopped traveling as quickly as we did is because we made an attempt to boost our channel a little bit more rapidly when we decided we wanted to go to Europe. We've been wanting to go to Europe, and we've been talking about it for a couple of years, and we decided that let's take the risk and go and hopefully it'll boost our channel up enough that we're making enough money and we'll get enough views from being in Europe that we'll recoup that money and be able to travel longer, and it'll turn over so that we could then take the extra money after the trip to Europe to pay off even more debt and travel even longer.
The goal. That was the goal.
Yeah, unfortunately,
That
it
didn't
work.
happen either. Yeah. So frustrating that it didn't happen the way we expected or hoped or wanted it to. But that can be said for a lot of things in life. And it didn't make us stop squeezing the day. We just kept getting out there, squeezing the day, and enjoying our life. Stayed in Asia for a little bit longer. And yeah, still one of our Europe videos is the highest ranking video on our watch list right now. So it's not like it's not getting views, but it didn't happen. Things didn't happen. We didn't get the subscribers that we hoped. We didn't get the influx of cash flow that you actually need to continue a travel channel. You need money.
Yeah.
It takes money for sure.
And the other thing we're working on is sponsorships, where we've been talking about who do we want to go to and offer our services and talk about videos.
Who we want to work with.
So we can get paid to travel. That's the ultimate goal. So there's more on that down the road. Let's talk about the most important reason that we're here.
Seeing family has been something we have missed over the years, and so we really were wanting to touch base back here in the States, in our hometowns, and get to see our family and friends again. And that actually has been really great. We've really enjoyed that part of it, so that's been wonderful.
You might not have seen in some of the videos that we've been doing because we've been able to edit out very specifically okay, so this is a little uncomfortable subject. It's kind of hard to hear. It's kind of hard to live through.
Yeah.
There have been some medical stuff that we've been needing to get done. We actually talked about going to get some of the medical stuff done overseas because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's something very specific that
We wanted to get taken care of in America.
So,
Is that the right way to say it? Yeah.
yeah. So, as you can see, I don't have a lot of hair. I keep my head shaved. It's great air conditioning. Plus, it's a lot easier to maintain. Unfortunately, the side effect is that means that I have to either wear a lot of sunscreen all the time or wear hats. Sunblock.
Yeah.
Sunscreen is not as effective as sunblock.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're wearing sunblock and not sunscreen.
Yeah.
The reason is because I actually contracted melanoma in a couple areas on my hair. You can't see from this far, and we talked about not showing the actual procedures and pictures that we took of what they actually had to do in order to remove it.
Nasty pictures, sorry.
Yeah,
you don't want
really
to see
bad.
them.
There was a main one that was right here on the side of my temple. After they took that, they did some tests on some other spots that were on my head and next to my ears, and they said that there's melanoma in a bunch of locations. I've had 4 removals over the past 4 months. Some of the procedures were actually pretty deep and painful, so we won't go into a whole lot of details. They did go in and remove those spots, and right now I have an all clear. They want me to come back in 3 months to double check any other areas that might be suspicious looking, and they want to do that so that they can actually give me an all clear.
So when you hear the word cancer and you're told that you have cancer, it just kind of it's a moment in time when you just kind of like the wind gets kicked out of you.
It does take the wind out of you, and it's different being on this side of it when they say, oh, you have cancer. Like, it's my skin. There was easy procedures, relatively not really easy, but they were quick. 7 hours in there cutting away, getting all the, because they got to cut and then test and make sure they got everything.
And if they didn't, then they go back in and take more out. And so it's an ongoing process throughout that whole day until they are sure they've gotten it all. And then they'll stitch you up.
Then they cut some more to pull the skin tight to stitch you up, so it's just a stitch line instead of a hole.
Yeah.
A hole would leave a scar. They're trying to eliminate scars. You can barely see them right now. I think it's more visible after
Your
a
doctor
hot
did
shower.
an amazing job.
We have a really good doctor. He did a good job.
So great.
Thank you, Dr. V, if you see this. And if you guys are interested in more information, all we're saying is make sure you get checked. If you have something that looks suspicious, it's a quick procedure.
It is. It's called a Mohs surgery.
Mohs surgery.
Very important to do though. Get checked.
Get checked. So what's next? We're making videos. We've got one coming up. It's going to be a Valley Forge plus a bunch of small clips of our traveling around Pennsylvania. We want to see some small cities.
Yeah, we want to just show
Enjoy
you
it.
around our neck of the woods right now.
Yeah. The other thing is we're going to be more personable in these videos. We're actually going to talk about us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to practice on that. I know we like to show the places we go because we're so excited about the places, but because these are more local spots for us and we're going back to our foundations, starting over from scratch, it's going to be local stuff and it's going to be more about us. So if you're interested in knowing more about us, feel free to ask questions in the comments. We want to talk to you about it. We want to talk to you about us. Also, we're making some changes in our lifestyle, wearing more hats, sunscreen, staying out of the sun, sunblock.
Not going to be a lot of beaching time, and if so, we're going to be like smothered in that sunblock.
Lathered up.
Yeah.
So we still love the beach. We love the ocean.
Smothered, slathered.
Yeah, slathered, smothered, drowning in sunblock. Very important. Anything else? We definitely want to hear from you guys. Thank you to everybody who's reached out to us and said, hey, where are you at? What's going on? We haven't heard from you in a little while. We appreciate that. We love you guys and we miss you and we miss making videos and hearing the comments. Bad and good. We do get the bad comments once in a while.
So we're going to be getting back into a routine. Not sure how often they're going to be going up. It may be once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks. Or it just might be random times and we'll just take them as they come. We'll see. Because of work, it's going to be a little tricky, more tricky than it was in the past.
That's the key factor is we're working full time and shooting more videos and trying to pay off the debt. So bear with us. We appreciate your patience.
The goal is to get back to international travel. We would love to be doing that again, and that's where our hearts are. And that's what we want to show you. That's what we want you to be seeing is us living every day and making the most of it, just squeezing the day.
We want to end this video because we got traffic starting up in the background.
Yeah, there's traffic.
There are a lot of bugs.
There's bugs.
Bugs are eating us up.
We don't mind. We don't mind that because we really wanted to connect with you guys and we wanted you to know what was going on. And glad that we have been able to have this minute with you guys and share from our hearts, because really that's where it's at, is staying connected with you, our audience. We love you guys. We really do.
Subscribe, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe so that you can continue to follow our adventures around the world.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you soon.
Yeah.